Breaking news. Things are heating up behind the scenes for the Baltimore Ravens. We have updates on Deontay Johnson, Lamar Jackson, and we'll talk about the dream of winning the Super Bowl this season. Before you continue, make sure you've hit the like button if you believe we're going to the Super Bowl. If possible, comment like this: Go Ravens! We're going to the Super Bowl. I believe. The Baltimore Ravens enter their much-needed bye week with an 8-5 record, a season that's been equal parts exhilarating and frustrating. This is a team that has proven it can go toe-to-toe with the NFL's best, yet it's also been its own worst enemy at times, dropping games to struggling teams like the Las Vegas Raiders. The highs have been electric, showcasing their potential as true Super Bowl contenders, but the lows have left fans questioning if this squad can sustain greatness when it matters most. With only a handful of games remaining, this bye week comes at the perfect time. It's an opportunity to reset, address weaknesses, and come out stronger for the final stretch. The Ravens have all the tools to dominate: an explosive offense, a defense capable of suffocating opponents, and the leadership of Lamar Jackson. But the lingering question is, can they put it all together and stay consistent? This season isn't just about making the playoffs. It's about proving they belong among the NFL elite. The potential is undeniable, the stakes are high, and the opportunity is in their hands. Now let's talk about Deontay Johnson. Then I want to know what your opinion is on this. The Baltimore Ravens have made a bold and controversial move by suspending wide receiver Deontay Johnson for their upcoming Week 15 matchup against the New York Giants. This decision follows a tense situation in Week 13, where Johnson refused to re-enter the game during the Ravens' 24-19 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, a moment that stunned fans, players, and coaches alike. The announcement came directly from Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta, who released a strongly worded statement on Wednesday. "We have made the difficult decision to suspend Deontay Johnson for our upcoming game against the New York Giants for conduct detrimental to the team. Deontay's suspension stems from refusing to enter our game against the Philadelphia Eagles." These words underscore the gravity of the situation, reflecting a clear stance by the organization that no player, regardless of their talent or status, is above the team's principles. The timeline of events makes this situation even more significant. The Ravens had acquired Johnson just a few weeks earlier, on October 29th, in a trade with the Carolina Panthers. Baltimore sent a 2025 fifth-round pick to Carolina in exchange for Johnson and a 2025 sixth-round pick. At the time, this trade was viewed as a low-risk move that could potentially bolster the Ravens' receiving core. Johnson, who had shown flashes of brilliance during his tenure with the Pittsburgh Steelers, came with some baggage, but also the promise of big play ability. In Carolina, Johnson had relatively solid production, logging 30 receptions for 357 yards and 3 touchdowns in 7 games before being traded. However, his performance in Baltimore has been almost non-existent. Over 4 games with the Ravens, Johnson has managed just 1 reception for 6 yards, a stark contrast to the expectations placed on him upon his arrival. The disconnect between his potential and his output has been glaring, leaving fans and analysts questioning whether this trade was a misstep for the organization.
Johnson's track record in the NFL paints a picture of a player with immense talent, but a career marred by inconsistency and, now, off-field issues. His peak came in 2021 with the Steelers, where he earned Pro Bowl honors after posting 107 receptions for 1,161 yards and 8 touchdowns. Yet, since that standout season, his performance has declined steadily. This year, Johnson's play has not only failed to meet expectations, but has also been overshadowed by his refusal to contribute when the team needed him most. The Ravens' decision to suspend Johnson sends a clear message about the organization's values. Baltimore has long prided itself on fostering a culture of accountability, teamwork, and resilience. By taking such a firm stance, the team is demonstrating that no individual player is bigger than the collective effort required to achieve success in the NFL. While suspending Johnson might hurt the team's depth at wide receiver in the short term, it reinforces a standard that could resonate throughout the locker room. Fans are now left wondering what the future holds for Johnson. With only a handful of games remaining in the season and his contract set to expire at the end of the year, it's highly likely that his brief stint with the Ravens will come to an unceremonious end. His refusal to play and the subsequent suspension have significantly damaged his reputation, not only in Baltimore but across the league. As a free agent, Johnson will face an uphill battle to convince another team to take a chance on him, especially given his declining production and apparent issues with commitment. The Ravens, meanwhile, must look ahead to their Week 15 clash with the Giants, knowing they'll need to rally without Johnson. The suspension might also prompt the team's front office to reflect on its strategy for acquiring players and ensuring they align with the organization's core values. While the Ravens remain in a strong position as playoff contenders, the handling of this situation could have ripple effects on the team's chemistry and morale. What do you think, Ravens fans? Did the organization make the right call by suspending Deontay Johnson, or do you believe there's more to this story? Let us know your thoughts below. This is a topic that's sure to spark plenty of debate as we head into the final stretch of the season. After falling 24-19 to the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday, Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson made it clear that his concerns stretch far beyond the team standing in the AFC North. Instead, Jackson is laser-focused on solving the recurring issues plaguing the Ravens, problems that could have significant consequences if not addressed before the postseason. The two-time and reigning league MVP didn't hold back in assessing where the Ravens' attention should be. "We don't need to worry about the Pittsburgh Steelers. We need to worry about ourselves," Jackson stated emphatically. "That's the first thing. Worry about what we need to clean up on this side. Clean that stuff up. Forget all the other teams. We're beating ourselves out there. There are opportunities, but we're not making them happen. We need to make those critical situations happen, and we're not doing it." Jackson's frustration was evident despite an impressive personal performance in which he accounted for over 300 total yards. The loss to the Eagles, a team considered among the NFL's elite, left Jackson unsatisfied, as he admitted that he bore some of the blame for the team's inability to capitalize on key opportunities. Reflecting on his performance, Jackson said he felt he could have leaned more on his mobility, an assessment his most trusted advisor, his mother, wholeheartedly agreed with. "She said there were lanes I should have taken and ran, but I was trying to let the guys develop routes," Jackson shared. "We had routes developing. I was just trying to go through my progressions. But yeah, she's right. I feel bad about that. I'm just mad because I feel like we should win these games, and we're not finishing them." The quarterback revealed that his mother, who also serves as his business manager, didn't hold back in expressing her disappointment after the game. Her frustration mirrored Jackson's own, though he admitted his emotions ran so high during the post-game press conference that he struggled to contain them. "I'm just irritated because we left stuff out there on that field, me and everybody," Jackson vented. "It's a team sport, and there's no I in team." The Ravens' inconsistency on offense has been a recurring theme this season. When they're not sabotaging themselves with penalties and avoidable mistakes, they appear unstoppable. On the other side of the ball, the defense has shown signs of achieving much-needed stability. However, these bright spots have been overshadowed by the team's tendency to falter in critical moments. With a bye week on the horizon, the timing couldn't be better for the Ravens to regroup and refocus. Yet, Jackson's sentiments suggest he and his teammates are eager to get back on the field to fix what's been holding them back. With 4 regular season games remaining and a chance at consecutive division titles on the line, the stakes couldn't be higher. How do you feel about Jackson's comments and the team's chances to turn things around? Let us know your thoughts. Do you think the Ravens can fix their issues in time for a strong postseason push?